Hello everyone and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. Now I am on my other save game right now. This is the one that I have that I beat the game with. The reason that I'm on this is because I want to show you something super cool. What if I told you there are aliens on Red Dead Redemption 2 in the Wild West? You'd probably think I'm crazy, but check this out. Right now I'm at Emerald Ranch. If you go right above the inn in New Hanover on your map, see this little pond? Right up from this pond, in that little rectangle right there, that's a shack. In that shack is where you're going to almost get abducted by aliens. It's going to be really cool. Now there's a couple parts of this. I'm going to run through it for you and explain how to do this. You have to go there during the day at first. So we're going to ride on over here. Almost got spooked by a snake there. We're going to ride on up here. And if I beat the train, I think it's going on the other track. We'll ride up here and we'll do the first part. And then I will explain the entire process to you of what you need to do. This game is just chock full of all kinds of cool little secrets and Easter eggs like this. Now right up here in this little pond is pretty good fishing too, so if you ever want to come up and go fishing in a little out of the way place where not many people will be, this is definitely a good spot for it. Now as I said, there's a couple parts to this. So the first part we have to do is we have to go into this shack. And this shack is nasty. I'm going to warn you right away. It is pretty sketchy. Was that a bear? I thought I heard a bear. Definitely don't want to get attacked by a bear when I'm trying to do this. Now you hear that sound? That tells you right away something's weird here. The music changes. You can search all these drawers. There's assorted different stuff. Like there's snake oils and little goodies to be had. Nothing super important, but... And as you can see, this place is full of skeletons. People that died in their beds, apparently. It's just a very ominous and eerie looking building. But anyway, we're going to go... I'll search the other later. We're going to go up here, and this is I guess the leader of the group is sitting up here in the chair at the front with his table. Now you'll notice that white paper on the table. You're going to want to go over and grab that letter and inspect it. And then read it. It says, Mysterious Sermon. At the second hour under the half moon, by the great love and grace of our Savior Kukawaba, voyager of time and galaxies, we cast off our corporal shells, so his vessel can take our spirit to the promised realm, to live in peace and power until the 2000th year, when we will return for the new chosen and worship once again at the peak of Mount Shane. In his love we rejoice always. Now this is important. This is the clue, because notice it says at the second hour under the half moon. That is super important. That is the key to this secret working. The second hour under the new moon is the second hour past midnight, which would be 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to want to be back in here at 2 o'clock in the morning, according to this letter. So now we just have to waste some time. So I'm going to search. I think it might be early in the morning right now, like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning or something. So there's a cigarette card in here for those that are collecting those for your full completion. So don't sleep on that. You got to get all those cards. So we'll just go out here. Now there's multiple ways you can waste time in this game. You can go fishing. That is good for killing some time. You can ride around and hunt or fight or do whatever you want. But I think I'm probably just going to camp. Now there's a couple ways to check your time. The The first is by pushing down on your D-pad. That'll bring that up that I just did. The second is by going to your menu. If you notice above map here, there's that watch. The hands on that watch actually move. So you can tell what time it is that way. So either push down on your D-pad to bring up your time on your screen, or you can check on the menu. This is the little pond I was telling you about that is a nice little fishing spot. But I think we're going to hop back on our horse here and we're just going to camp because it is early in the morning. It's like 9 something. So we got a lot of time to waste. Now the problem with camping in this game is it sets you up away from where you were when you hit camp. It's usually not super far away, but it is a little bit. So you got to be careful and think, how far do I have to travel? Now right now it appears to be a little bit after 10 o'clock. So we're going to want to sleep for a while. Let me go ahead and I'm going to cook up some minty big game, I believe. That's the one that gives you a full health core. That's always good for fighting and stuff because it takes a lot longer to kill you when your core of your health is gold. And that's what this is going to give you. So I'll just cook a couple of these really quickly and then I will probably sleep. I need to figure out if I want to sleep until evening or night. I don't recall whether night is midnight or if it's just sometime during the night. I don't want to miss the 2 o'clock, and I also don't know how far away I'm going to be from that shack when I get done sleeping. But we'll go ahead and sleep till evening first, be on the safe side. That's 8 hours from now. So we'll see where that puts us. Most likely it's going to be probably around 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. And if that's the case, then we'll try to sleep again till night and see. But we can kind of judge. Let's see, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. So let's go back here. 6 hours, it says night 6 hours. That would put us right at midnight, so that's perfect. Because time does not move like normal in this game. It moves quickly, so you want to make sure you have a good couple hour cushion before you try to go somewhere, even if you're close, because you might miss it if you don't. And if we miss it, we have to do it all over again. Alright, let me get on my horse, and let's haul booty back over there to that shack. How far away are we? We're down in the overflow. So it's not too bad. We should be able to make it with a little bit of time to spare. I'm not going to take that path that's laid out for me. I never do. That's a tip for this game. Don't ever take the path it lays out unless you absolutely don't know where you're going. Just look on your little mini-map on the bottom left corner of the screen and you can see the red dot and just kind of head for that. Now, obviously don't, run off cliffs or anything stupid, but you can usually go across land and not take the road and save yourself a ton of time. And it's also a nice little... What was that? Thought there was something down in that gully. It's also a nice little trick for avoiding ambushes because rival gangs will ambush you a lot on this game. And if you're not traveling on the roads, you have a much less chance of getting ambushed. You have to be careful at nighttime also of predators because there's cougars and bears and all those kind of things that come out a lot more often and a lot more reliably at night. So you want to make sure that you're not going to end up dinner for some hungry beast. Okay, so we're back here. I'm going to go ahead and hitch my horse to this tree because I don't know if the horse is going to get spooked by what is about to happen, but I don't want it to run away and then me have to try to find it. Okay, so now let's check our time again. It is 1:17 in the morning. Now I want to show you what I mean by how quickly the time moves. It was just 1:17. So we'll wait a second and then we will check our time again. And when we check it again, we will see that a lot of time has passed. It's now 1:32. Now we're going to repeat that process multiple times and we're going to start getting much quicker. 1:36. Remember, 2 o'clock is the magic number, so we got to make sure we don't miss it. All right, what time is it now? 1:44. So we're getting really close. So it's going to be rapid fire from here on out to make sure we don't miss this thing. 1:50. If we're a couple minutes over, I think we'll be okay, but we just don't want to get too far past it. 1:54. One more time should probably do. 159. We are right there. So let's go ahead and walk in. And we're at 203. So we're a little bit past, but I'm pretty sure this will still work. All right, so let's go in here. So then once 2 o'clock comes, you walk in and you will notice all of a sudden it's a lot different. It's green. Now, all you see is green, but if you switch into the first-person view, you're going to see something spectacular. Then look up to the rafters, and there, my friends, is a UFO on Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, you can stand here and watch this thing for quite a while. And I don't think you're going to get abducted because I haven't, but as you sit here and watch it, it'll circle and it'll get lower and closer to you. And then it'll kind of start to go up a little bit, and I think it's just kind of on a loop. I don't know if it'll fly away on its own if you just continue to stand here. I don't have the patience to stand here for too long, but maybe that's something you can try yourself and let me know what happens. I do know that they are skittish. And if you run outside, the UFO will fly away. Isn't that spectacular? Now this, as far as I know, is nowhere else in the game. You have to come to this little shack in the middle of nowhere that has no other purpose. You have to find that letter, read it, and then solve the clue to know when to come back to make this work. So now you'll see I'm going to run outside here and look, and you can hear it's bailing. Look at it go. It's gone. Disappeared. There it went. Off into the night. So that is the UFO that is in Red Dead Redemption 2. There are other kind of cool secrets that you can do. There's circles that you can make light up and cause it to thunder, and all kinds of weird stuff on this game. Also, there's a murder mystery where you find bits and pieces of carved up and sliced up bodies, and you have to try to find the murderer. There's all kinds of cool stuff on this game that doesn't have anything to do with the main storyline, that are just kind of extras and secrets. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I will be right back with another Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay within the next day or two. I'm getting ready to edit it now. So thank you for your support, and until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do we. Bye-bye.